Welcome to the 1 to 9 podcast for interesting insights and knowledge from animals and other beings within multidimensional realms. Well, hello, Diana.
Hello, Karen.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
All right, awesome. So what do we have here today?
Looks like we have some wonderful dark green vegetables.
Some cruciferouses, I see.
Yes, and the color's just amazing.
We have lacinato kale from a Lancaster farm in Pennsylvania, for those people who don't know Lancaster. And they are organic, full disclosure. And then we have some organic baby broccoli.
Or broccolini.
And we wanted to have some other cruciferouses here, green cruciferouses here today, but these were the only two that I happen to have on hand. Because these vegetables sometimes don't, or all of our guests don't like to tell me who's going to be on the show till the very last minute. And there's no time to run out and go shopping. And we're going to Diana, let us know why we're focusing on something green today.
Well, we are doing the colors of the chakra. The sort of like the reduced chakra, the 8.
Yeah, the body chakras,
right?
The major body chakras. So we started with red beets, then we moved to yellow or orange carrots and yellow sunflowers, and now we're on to the green heart chakra.
Yeah. Okay. So just to review what they've told us about themselves.
Okay.
The red beets, they're jokesters. Punsters, okay?
Right.
They like to have a good time.
They're very funny.
Right. Orange carrots are sturdy.
Right.
And I don't quite know how this actually is illustrated with the chakras themselves, but I figure it has something to do with the colors.
Right.
And then yellow, green.
Well, the yellow one was the sunflower, and they said to shine bright. That was their advice
right.
for us.
Shine bright. Yeah,
shine bright.
Right. And then the green ones, well, supposedly they're more serious.
They're more serious? Oh,
yes,
no.
Yes, they're more serious.
So this is not going to be a fun podcast.
Oh, no,
it's going to be a serious one.
Of course it's going to be fun.
Oh.
But they are serious because they're love and compassion.
Love and compassion.
Right. And you can't really fool around with that. You can't really joke about that.
No. And so is love very high vibrating energy.
Right.
Okay.
But okay, I don't think that you have to have... the love doesn't have to be funny.
No.
And the funny beats don't have to be loving. Well,
That's true, but I think everything out there is kind of loving.
Yes.
So what is there an opening message from the cruciferouses or from either one of these cruciferouses?
Yeah, they're saying, it's really important that you actually consume a lot of us.
Oh.
That's what we're here for. We are here so you can eat a lot of us.
Okay. Now, is this a modern advice, or is this something that since day one of their existence we should have been following?
What are they saying? They don't quite know how long they've been here.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure they've been evolving as species by quite a bit.
Right.
But is there something that's happening right now that they are saying eat a lot of us? Something energetically is going on, or some kind of shift, or is it just...
Yeah, they're saying it has to do with your gut and your gut biome, right? So if you eat a lot of us, that will actually make you feel better, make you happier, make you healthier. And as a consequence, your energy is going to expand. Your vibrations are going to increase. It's like...
Okay, so these are major vibration increasers.
Yeah, yes, they are. They are. Primarily because of the fact of how they interact with your gut biome.
Okay, and is it all cruciferouses?
Yeah, but the green ones somehow are the most powerful.
Is it the chlorophyll? Energy of the chlorophyll?
Yeah, it must be because it has to do with the color.
Okay. So the purple cabbage.
And white cauliflower.
Well, the white's often a little green, but white cauliflower versus purple cauliflower. Well, white cauliflower, purple cauliflower, pink cauliflower, green cauliflower.
I mean, they're all good.
Okay.
Except some are just a little bit more powerful
Okay.
than the others. The green ones are more powerful.
The green ones are more powerful. Okay. Now,
They're kind of like flexing their muscles.
they're flexing their muscles. Okay. Is there anybody that shouldn't eat these cruciferouses?
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, if you don't have a good gut bacteria, you shouldn't eat too much of them. But presumably, the more you eat, the better your gut bacteria is going to be.
Okay. So if you have a bad gut, just have a small amount and maybe steadily increases.
Right. But there's no one who shouldn't be eating them at all.
Okay.
Unless you don't have a gut at all.
Mm-hmm. What about people who don't like them? Should they force themselves?
No, they should think of ways to actually make them more palatable.
Okay. So they really should eat them whether they like them or not.
Right, but once they find a way to prepare them that they like, then that will solve
That'll solve the problem. So what's the difference between our little baby broccoli here and the lacinato kale for us? Are there any differences, or they have separate messages or separate?
Well, okay, so they're unified in their main message.
Okay.
In that.
And that's a message that represents all green cruciferouses.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's strength.
Mm-hmm.
Strength.
Ask them if collards is the strongest of them.
They're saying there's not one that's kind of like the strongest.
Okay.
Collards are strong, but kale is also strong.
All right.
Kale is somehow stronger than the broccolini.
Okay. Maybe the broccoli is more of a new hybrid. I don't really know. I have no idea. They didn't give me time to prepare. So kale also has been used a lot in smoothies. So you're basically eating it raw, but it's all blended up. And
yeah, and this is ideal for people who actually, for whatever reason, they don't like the taste of kale if it's sautéed on its own or, put in a salad raw. Or
so you can hide it in a smoothie.
Yeah, and they don't mind that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
They don't mind.
They don't mind that. I think other vegetables, perhaps the beets would say no.
They want to be the singular.
Don't hide us.
Right. It's very hard to hide a beet. Have you ever tried cooking with a beet and hiding it? Maybe a white beet or a yellow beet you could hide a little better than a red beet. Those red beets take over.
No, you know what? You can hide red beets in cupcakes and chocolate cupcakes. You will have no idea. There's actually beets in them.
They actually, if they're red though, they actually look like a red velvet cupcake.
Exactly, but you will have no idea that there's beets in there.
Like the beet pudding I served you the other day, it didn't really taste like beets, did it?
No.
Right. So desserts is a good way to hide beets. Now back to these little guys here.
No, they're saying we're not little.
Oh no, you're not. In fact, some places can grow really giant cruciferouses.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean they may be little in size, right? But really, in terms of how much power they have, they're not little.
So, is there anything besides being sort of this loving, sturdy energy that they give us? Is there anything in particular we need to know about eating them? Like broccoli, for example, we don't ever put that in a smoothie.
And why not?
As usual, because we just don't.
Well, it could be that somebody who doesn't like the taste of cooked broccoli or raw broccoli will have an idea of, okay, let's see what it would be like if I put it in a smoothie.
Oh, does broccoli like to go in a smoothie with bananas?
Yeah, they're saying they wouldn't mind.
Okay. What about yogurt?
They wouldn't mind.
What about, let's see, like a V8 type of...
Yeah, they're easygoing.
They're easygoing, so pretty much anything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And does it matter if they're organic or not?
Well, yeah, okay. It does. If they're organic, their strength, their love and compassion will be sort of like exponentially higher than if they're not organic, because they're using all whatever is being fed to them,
Mm-hmm.
and they're transforming that into energy. Just because they're getting energy from the sun doesn't counteract so like the negative effects of non-organic growing.
So they get you said they get energy from the sun. Are they getting more energy from the sun than the earth?
Yeah. I mean, they're getting a lot from the earth, but they're also getting a lot from the sun.
And is that why their vibration's even higher? Or
that's why they're more powerful.
That's why they're more powerful, because the sun is more powerful than the earth. And the earth's pretty dang powerful as far as we're concerned, but the sun is like, obviously could melt the entire earth.
Yeah.
Into a ball of...
it's different kinds of power.
Different kinds of power. Okay. Are they the type of plant that can sort of transcend a garden when it's in there because they're so powerful? I mean, are they like, do they share their power with other plants around them?
Oh, interesting. Yes, of course they do, because they are loving plants. They want to make everybody healthier and more powerful and more energetic. Everything around them.
Okay, that's kind of nice to know. I wonder if you could translate to that, just sticking them in the refrigerator. Does it make all your food more powerful in the refrigerator?
I was thinking about that. Yeah, and then I was thinking, well, how does sort of plastic covering affect them? If you
lots of times when I buy my vegetables, I refuse to put them in a plastic covering, and the only time I actually do it is if I have to keep them in the fridge because they can't breathe. But ask them what they think.
Yeah, they don't. Actually, they're saying they don't really mind the plastic covering in the fridge.
Okay, but so there's
because the fridge takes something out of them too.
Yeah, I know, dehydrate.
And the plastic coverings
kind of protects that. Yeah, these dehydrating refrigerators now are hard on fresh vegetables. Let's see, we covered a little bit of their history. They said they don't really know how long they've been around, right?
Right.
And maybe it doesn't matter. And the green ones are more powerful. Is there anything else in the direction that they want us to be thinking about that we haven't yet thought about with these cruciferouses?
I don't know. I mean, I see them marching along.
Marching along? Yeah. Flexing their muscles and marching?
Like they're leading us somewhere.
Right now?
Or right now and in the future. They're kind of like leading us somewhere.
So by consuming a lot of them, you actually are headed somewhere. Can we get any clues as to where?
Yeah. Okay. So like in terms of increasing your vibration and your energy, and they are saying they present a more solid structure for that.
A solid structure, a physical structure, solid physical structure?
No. Okay. So like if you were to rely upon, I don't know, something else to increase your vibrations and your energy,
mm-hmm.
You wouldn't necessarily get the same solid framework to help you get there.
Oh, interesting.
That's why they're marching along.
Right. So if I compared it to something like meditation versus cruciferous, meditation, I would imagine, is different for every single person. So it's not maybe a uniform comparison, but, one is taking you into a different energy state, hopefully expanding you, and the other one is expanding you, but one with more structure.
Right. Okay. Now, this is actually kind of interesting because they are saying that what they do is like, and what meditation may not do, is part of what they do is actually focus on your physical body. Strengthen your physical body.
All right. Well, that's in the physical body is a denser energy, so that might be why.
But that's not the only thing that you do, that they do, right?
Okay.
So it's a focus on sort of like strengthening your physical body, but also focus on strengthening your, they're all connected.
Right.
Your spiritual and your multidimensional and energetic and emotional.
Mm-hmm.
So in a sense, they're kind of like, they're more the whole package. Okay, I would have to qualify that in that just the focus is a little bit different if you're comparing it to meditation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, they're two extremely different modalities. I understand that. I want to ask a question out of the left field here. What do they think of breatharianism?
Oh, they don't like it.
They don't like it for humans?
Because, they're saying, they'd be kind of like out of their existence. They'd be forced to be extinct.
Okay, so not necessarily, because they do produce beautiful flowers. In fact, that's another question out of the blue. What energy do the flowers, if you let them bolt, what energy do the flowers carry?
It's a lesser energy. It's not the same as the energy from the leaves of the plants themselves.
It's definitely lesser.
Yeah.
And is there such a thing as cruciferous fairies? Are there any here right now?
Yeah. Some are hiding kind of like in the labels there.
All right. To see if they're here. For some reason I got the sense that they were here too.
Mm-hmm.
So back to breatharianism for just a second. I mean, they're saying, think about it. What is their mission here? Their mission here is to help humans ascend by way of increasing their physical vitality and health and emotional and spiritual and metaphysical energies, right? All right. So let's assume that we're never going to get rid of the cruciferouses. Let's talk a little bit about how they like to be prepared. So we already talked about the smoothies. When you're making a smoothies, what do they think about using the stem, the more woody parts, versus leaving those out?
They say
for the gut health, specifically.
Leave out the most fibrous.
Okay.
Or if you could actually really get that chopped up, you can use it too.
Well, in a blender it would chop up, but okay. And what about so usually you have steaming. Do they like that?
Yes, they like that.
Then we have sautéing. Do they like that?
I like that, yes.
Steaming better than sautéing, or?
Kind of the same.
Okay.
But then they're saying garlic.
Oh, they like to be paired with garlic.
All right. Garlic.
Interesting. Both Diana and I really like garlic, so maybe I hope we're not influencing how they. I
don't know. I mean, I didn't get that same sense with the carrots.
No, that's
right?
true.
Or with the beets, right? They didn't say garlic.
Right. All right. Is there something else they really like to be paired with, like potatoes or rice or?
Oh, potatoes. Yeah.
They particularly like potatoes.
Yeah, they
and
do
there's
like potatoes.
So many different potatoes. Is there a particular potato that they like to be associated with?
They like ones that are happy.
Happy potatoes.
And those could be any potato.
As long as they're
variety.
Happy. Okay. So no old sad.
No old sad potatoes.
All right. Cruciferous and potatoes. Very interesting. And then there's dehydration. I'm already going to assume that they're not going to like that, but maybe they like it.
Okay. They don't like it, but they can live with it.
They could live with it. What about roasting them or baking them? It's very similar to dehydration for them.
No, they can live with that.
But as far as what they do for us, those two, like roasting them, because everybody's making kale chips and thinking they're eating a healthy snack. And if the health has gone out of them, we want to know.
It's slightly less.
Slightly less.
But
like 10% less or 50% less?
Oh, no, not 50%. Maybe 10%.
10% less to make kale chips.
Right.
Versus.
But they're saying, it's like whatever people like to eat.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want to put them into kale cookies.
What about soups? Do they like being soups?
Oh, yeah. Soups, they love that.
What about desserts?
Yeah, they would like that too, provided you could think of some.
Yeah, when we did the beet one, I wasn't sure at all that desserts were a thing, And of course, it makes sense because the beets have way more sugar in them. These, I'm assuming, are low in sugar. The cruciferous is.
Yeah, but you could sweeten them, I guess.
Okay. Do they like
dates in them?
put dates and raisins? Yeah, dates and raisins they would like.
Yeah.
I do that anyway when I saute them. Is I put dates or raisins in them, something sweet. Especially if I'm serving them to someone who thinks they don't like them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, "Well, these are not so bad."
Right.
They like being cooked with onions too, right?
Yes. But garlic's the best.
And for both the broccoli and the kale are all cruciferous.
Yeah. Oh, cruciferous. I know there's lots of cruciferous vegetables.
Yeah, but the bulk of them are kind of in the same family. There are varieties of kale.
Yeah, they all like
cauliflower, cabbage, and broccoli.
Some like onions more than garlic, but these like garlic more than onions.
Okay, I see. What about mushrooms? They like to be cooked with mushrooms?
I like being cooked with, what was the first thing besides the potatoes?
Something sweet?
No.
Oh,
it was potato.
rice.
No. Before potatoes, you said something else.
I did?
Yes.
Onions?
No. But anyway, I've forgotten what we're talking about.
Oh, we're talking about what foods they like to be cooked with.
Yeah, and what was the last food that you mentioned?
I can't remember because I thought I said all of them. It was like mushrooms. They don't like that.
Oh, yeah, that's mushrooms. Mushrooms are the last ones. They didn't. Mushrooms, not so much.
What about mushrooms and cauliflower? Like I really like maitake with onions and cauliflower and garlic.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
It's because their mission is to be of service. It's like whatever you actually like eating with them would be okay with them. Okay. They're not going to be saying, "Oh, yuck."
I know, but sometimes they can. Well, maybe the question isn't what do they like. Maybe it's like, is there anything that enhances them? Like if I cook them with sunflower seeds, would that enhance?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds or some kind of seeds or hemp seeds. Sometimes, you can cook them, steam them up and add olive oil and hemp seeds and garlic and toss them around.
Well, because they already have so much vitality and energy in them, they don't need really anything to amp them up.
So what you add to them is more about whether you're making them palatable to someone else.
Yes.
Yeah, flavor. Do they have an opinion about oils? Because a lot of people use olive oil or butter on their cruciferouses. Do they have an opinion of which one they feel like amplifies their energy better or works better with their energy?
Well, olive oil works better than butter.
Okay.
But there's also other oils that are better than olive oil.
Like walnut oil?
Yeah, that would be good.
Sunflower oil? Sesame oil?
Small amounts. Sunflower oil.
No.
Grapeseed oil?
No.
Yeah.
A little bit. Grapeseed oil? But the walnut oil they thought was good.
Yeah. Avocado oil?
Avocado oil they like? What about coconut oil?
Yes.
They like coconut oil. Yeah. Interesting. Do they know how many years they've been around as part of a diet? Or how many decades or how many centuries?
Well, I mean, it goes back to prehistoric times when humans were gathering up plants. I guess you had the precursors of
all of these services, and they ate them.
Right.
Probably ate a lot of them raw in the beginning.
Oh, I'm sure they did, yeah. Which was actually quite healthy.
Right. Do they consider themselves a complete food for us? Like if we only ate cruciferous, would we be fine?
But no, they realize that they're not, that humans need more.
Okay. Just joking.
Although, yeah, and you know, it's not like they're saying, "Oh, we're great, we can supply you with everything." No, they're not that. They're more humble than that.
Okay. Do they like being paired with beans? I guess that's another.
Yes,
question. They like beans.
Do, yes,
pretty much any kind of bean.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking about like green beans.
Yeah, I know.
I'm talking about like brown beans and green and
garbanzo beans.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of the beans.
Yes. Like
legumes. Yes. All right. Is there any closing information they have for us, or like I'd like to hear specifically from the kale and specifically from the broccoli, if that's possible.
Yeah. So I mean, the messages are very similar in that they're saying, keep on fighting.
Fighting,
which in there, according to them, it's like keep on eating us.
Oh, keep on eating us. Yeah, that's a better phrase than keep on fighting. That sounds like a political mantra.
No, and then the kale is saying,
that's the broccoli. It says keep on eating us.
They're both saying keep on eating us, but the kale is saying a slightly different kind of energy than the broccoli, and but both are worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both strong.
They're both strong.
And they want to impart their strength to us.
Okay. Is there a specific nuanced message from the kale then, because its energy is a little different, other than what's already told us? A parting message, or is it complete?
It's saying, "See you next time."
See you next time. You know,
probably means see you at the next meal.
Okay. Awesome. This could be in a little while. Another hour.
And then the broccolini is also... Broccolini is actually kind of like suggesting ways that you could cook it.
Oh, yeah? What is it saying?
Ooh. They say they want ginger.
Oh, ginger. Okay. Want me to make a ginger soup out of them? Ginger broccoli soup?
Yeah.
With sunflower seeds?
Ginger broccoli.
Coconut milk?
No.
Just ginger and broccoli and onions?
Yes.
And garlic, I'm assuming.
Right.
Ginger, broccoli, onions, and garlic.
Maybe coconut milk.
Maybe a little coconut milk to make it a little creamy?
Yeah.
I could use cashews.
A little sesame oil.
I could use cashews instead of coconut milk if they want.
Sure.
Okay. And will this will this be like a healing soup or like a energizing soup?
Okay. Probably both. They're saying that we just want to make something that tastes good.
Oh.
We want to be made into something that tastes good.
All right. Well, now I have something to do right after this podcast. That's funny. We have this new audience, this sort of multidimensional audience that's been following us along. And is there a question from the audience today, Diana? And then we'll close out. Well,
see, this is the thing. I can't really understand them.
Oh, I thought they might have worked on their communication since last time. That's fine.
No, but okay, there's some of them that are going like thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody, though.
They're like, you missed something really important in this podcast.
Not quite that, but there's maybe a third of them going like thumbs up. So I don't quite know what it is they're trying to say. The other 2/3.
Mm-hmm.
That they're disappointed somehow, or I don't know. They're expecting other things. I don't know.
They're not cheering. They don't have their thumbs up, but they're not throwing tomatoes at us.
No. Right.
All right.
You know what? I think they want samples.
Oh, they want samples. Okay. So we'll make the soup. Is that what they want? They're waiting for a soup sample from the broccoli?
It could be just a virtual soup sample.
Okay. Obviously, we already know the recipe and we already know it's going to be yummy. So, well, thank you, Diana.
Thank you, Karen.
And thank you, Cruciferous, lacinato kale, and baby broccolis. We really appreciate your sharing your wisdom with us and your insights and obviously your energy with us.
Okay, and they're both of them taking a bow. They're saying thank you.
And thank you.
They're serious. You know,
Yeah,
they're
I
not-
know. I know they're serious. And thank you for leading us and giving us the structure that you give us. And
Oh, they're saying you're welcome.
Viva la Cruciferous. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
That's all for this episode of the 1 to 9 podcast. Thank you for listening, and please sign up for our newsletter at 1to9podcast.com.